Hello everyone. This is your registered midwife, Bernard. Welcome back to Midwife par excellence. I want to wholeheartedly thank you all. I have seen the subscriptions, I have seen the shares, I have seen the likes, I have seen all the comments, I've seen the requests, and I want to tell you, I thank you all for your support and your continued support. So meanwhile I'm here introducing, please take the time out to subscribe, and at the end of the video I know you will all be sharing with somebody else. Alright, so I thank you again over here from Midwife par excellence. Today topic I'll be presenting has been heavily requested, right? So I'll be talking about the IUCD, also known as the intrauterine contraceptive device. An intrauterine contraceptive device is basically a device that is placed in the uterus to prevent pregnancy. At this point, there are 5 different types of intrauterine contraceptive devices. However, today I will be focusing on 2. The 2 that I'll be focusing on is the copper T, also known as the Paragard, and the Mirena. Alright, now the copper T, it is a T-shaped device that is placed into the uterus. It has copper at the ends, right? And how this one works, it works, the copper, the sperms are allergic to copper. So therefore when the sperms go there, the copper and the sperms, they have a boxing match, and 99.9% of the time the copper always wins. Alright, this method is placed using a speculum. So just as when you go to do your pap smear, the speculum is placed inside the vagina, the cervix is noted, right? And this method is inserted through the cervix and placed into the uterus, right? This method lasts up to 12 years, all right? And this is practically what a copper T looks like. So you see this little device right here, let me come in. This little device right here, you know the strings at the end. So the nurse will go inside, right, and she will do her little thing, measurements and all, and she will insert this little T with the copper. These brown parts, these are the copper, and this is what is preventing pregnancy, right? These are the enemy of the sperms. Yes, 1, 2, 3, right here, right? It is inserted into the uterus, right? Nurse will do her assessment, and then it is inserted. Now, if left undisturbed, prevention of pregnancy is 12 years. So you see how long you can be protected by this little thing right here. Now, the strings at the end, nurse will cut and leave a small amount of string, a small piece of strings for you to check at every month after your period for this string. So you will go up with your fingers after every month's period to check if the strings are still in place. Now, if when you check this, you're not feeling the string, you are expected to use a condom, ensure safe sex, which you should always be doing, by the way, until you are properly assessed by a nurse or a doctor to determine where the strings are. Now, having in a copper T is very important that your hygienic needs are met. So you should only have one sexual partner. Ensure all your underwear, clean, all the hygienic needs are met. You're changing your pads very regularly when the menses are here and such the like. Alright. Now, if while you're having in the copper T contraceptive device and you're having either a vaginal odor, itching, or any other abnormal issues in the vagina, you must be assessed properly. Alright, there are times when the removal of the method has to be had to get treatment done and then reinsertion based on findings. But please ensure that you get assessed if there are any abnormalities. Now, after the copper T is placed in, you will be given a 1-month appointment to come back to speak with your midwife or your doctor to see how you're coping with the method. bear in mind that one major side effect is that some persons have a change in the bleeding pattern of the period. So the bleeding might be a little bit heavier. We ask that you give yourself at least 6 months on the method before you say, okay, this method is not working out for me. All right, so your body needs time to adjust to a new member. Okay, so please, if after 1 month you are not feeling wonderful about it, or if you note any changes in the period, just remember that I told you, you might have a little heavier period than normal, but by 6 months, 5-6 months thereabout, it should go back to normal. All right, the next method is the Mirena. The Mirena, it contains a hormone called progestin, which is a synthetic form of our normal progesterone that we have in our body. And this method is inserted, so it does not work by copper. So the copper T is non-hormonal. The Mirena is hormonal. And this copper T is the only form of contraceptive, right, that is non-hormonal. Bear in mind, non-hormonal copper T, hormonal Mirena. So it has progestin. All right, side effects, I mean, many of our clients eventually no longer have a period over time. All right, some persons report abdominal bleeding, whether it's a heavier period, breakthrough bleeding, or no bleeding any at all, a cessation of the period. And how it works is that the progestin in the Mirena, it thickens the mucus in the vagina, so the sperms don't think they don't feel so wonderful swimming around, as this mobility is not so good as before. All right, and it also prevents ovulation. So if you're no longer releasing an egg from the ovary at the end of the month, there won't be any period eventually, and hence why I said there might be a cessation in menstruation. Now, as I said before, and let me go again, because from time to time many persons ask what's the difference. The copper T lasts for 12 years. It is non-hormonal. The Mirena lasts for 5 years. It is hormonal. All right. Both of them are safe in breastfeeding. All right. So bear in mind, there are many other contraceptive methods out there. You just have to search around, know the side effects, know what you want in terms of the length or the spacing between each child, if any at all, and then you are better able to make a decision as to the method. If you have any more questions, let me know. Thank you. With regards to the removal of the copper T, it is important that you visit your healthcare provider. Please do not attempt to remove this device on your own, ladies. If you're uncomfortable with the method, please go for assessment. And if it is that you want to get pregnant again, or you just want to be over with the method, please return to your provider. Have your provider remove the method safely for you. Please do not attempt to remove it. All right?